My name is Dennis, and I'm a digital artist here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I've been doing this kind of work for really on and off for 10 years now. My dad's an engineer, and my mom's an artist. So half geek, half artist, I like to say, yeah. My medium, I guess you could say, is the digital medium. 3D printing, number one, and laser cutting, any kind of material that a laser cutter can cut, CNC cutting, but then it's always all about using your hands too. So any of these tools are really useless if you don't have some skills with the practical world, like gluing things. I glue things, I sand things, I airbrush things. Little skills that model making that I learned. So a lot of it has to do with like miniatures and like a lot of my work, little details that require Dremels and jewelry kind of size things. That's one thing. A lot of it is just meticulous little details. But yeah, I like to pursue fantasy, the mystical realms are interesting to me. Like a lot of my work has inspired in the kind of Tolkien realm, D&D, Dungeons and Dragons, and that early gaming kind of world is really interesting to me. I love anime and the stuff that comes out of like specifically Studio Ghibli and Miyazaki's work. When I was in school, my mom enrolled me in a little painting class, and then in school I always just liked drawing and building things. And I mean, I made a toothpick sculpture that was like as tall as me when I was in elementary. And I played with Legos like obsessively. I love to build things out of Legos. That kind of told me that maybe I should be a 3D modeler, because I like these shapes and I like to build things like that. Like for me, I was right at a time when I don't think a lot of people had computers. Like maybe whatever percentage of us in society were even accessing computers at that time. I mean, it was less than 10% of Americans, I think in the 80s, were even around computers. So like, I didn't even want to be a digital artist. I actually despised it throughout the early days of like college. I thought digital art was not for me. I was going to be totally 2D animator. I wanted to draw, I wanted to paint, I wanted to get my hands dirty, and I didn't think that the computer could make art. Then all of a sudden, I went to a conference, kind of like an E3, like a video game conference, like or Comic-Con. I saw computer artists that were like me. People that looked like me, like younger guys, you know, tattoos and just a whole culture. It wasn't just geeks, but it was this world of artists and geeks coming together. That's when I realized like digital art was the only way for me to go forward. Like it wasn't gonna be one-sided. It was gonna be a whole world of different people. I wanna go big. I wanna make big things, but that's where like 3D printing is small. Like if you look at all the stuff, like I print things because I'm at the limit of what printers can make. If printers were printing out house-sized things, I'd probably be printing out house-sized things. So I wanna make big things, but I'm kind of working with the technology that I have. So yeah, I want to make like giant stuff. So, right? They say art feeds the soul, and our souls are like deprived in this society of cheap consumerism. Like everything is just given to us. China makes us crap all the time. We have nothing. We have cheap products. Like we live in an age of manufacturing that is like, it's the opposite of art.